So we are going to be talking about detox, okay, and the importance of detoxing the body. I am a fellowship trained breast surgeon. I'm also a natural health and holistic nutrition practitioner. So my role is to help people obtain their best health. That's what I do. I see patients from all over, people who have multiple ailments, because I believe the root cause of every disease is mucus buildup in the body. And when the system is prepped and primed to do what it's supposed to do, which is to detox, which is to clean, which is to root out diseases, and when that there's hindrances to that because of toxins in our body from the environment, from what we're putting into our body, it's very, very hard for the body to do what it should be doing, okay? So right now, Mark and I are here, and we're going to be discussing how to detox the body, okay? So there's people who are on who are going to be asking questions, so we want you guys to post your questions as much as possible, get those questions out there, and we will most definitely make sure that we answer your questions about detoxing the body. Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, yeah, I'm just called a plant specialist. I don't really like titles. I've been in the health and wellness and plant field for about 28 years. Give or take, I lose track after 25. I kind of kept lost track, but been doing this for a long time. And then what makes me unique is that I live the things that I talk about. So I don't detox people. I don't give people things that I don't do for myself. So been worked with you, been worked with many doctors. I've worked with different centers. I've pretty much been all over the world dealing with studying, doing nature walks. I've studied with some of the Dr. Andu Quakar, some of the other renowned herbalists. So I've studied under them. I've taken a lot of things, but basically, in the last, say, 20 years, where I live has become my sanctuary. So helping, healing people and purification, because I find that that is the root of most diseases. So it's something that we houses. We have spring cleanup week. It's very important to detox. So that has definitely become one of my primary focal areas, and I would call myself definitely a detox specialist.
Most definitely. So you and I work together all the time with patients. You send me cancer patients, you send me patients who have multiple ailments, and we've seen God work miracles, of course, because what we're doing, we're using God medicine in order to help people heal. And so, and I send you patients vice versa, where we work together. You and I have done seminars together, we've done classes together, and we've seen a lot of good results when we detox the body and we basically give the body a jump start. So I have here a list of very, very important benefits of detoxing. More energy. You get an emotional relief with during the detox. When you are restricting your diet, especially severely, your mind actually has fewer toxins that it has to process in order to allow it to heal and cleanse itself. You get less anxiety. I notice that when I'm going through a detox program, I get a lot of mental clarity. I'm able to focus more. I have a lot more energy. You feel more connected, more grounded. You have more control. And of course, one of the most important things is you can help rid your body of diseases. So believe it or not, when you do a really, really good detox, you can rid your body of diseases. So tell me about some of the things that you've seen in your detox programs with your patients that has helped you with, as far as the detoxing that you're doing with your patients. Tell me how you've seen your detox programs help your patients.
Give you a real quick summary that kind of got me started in the detox, because I was in the plants before I was in the detox, learning about plants, learning how to identify. But what really stood out was my ex-wife at the time. Basically, it started as a pelvic inflammatory disease. Then it turned to some kind of they doctors um, uh, diagnosis. So then it turned into a bladder infection, and the next you know, it was a cyst around the ovaries. And so, um,
Mark.
reading and researching everything I came up with, it kept coming back.
Hey, Mark, I'm gonna call you because of where you're
Yes.
located in the boonies. I'm gonna call you and get you on better because this reception is very poor and I can barely hear you. And I'm pretty sure everybody else can barely hear you. Okay, so I'm calling you. I'm put you on speaker. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes, that's much, much better. Okay, turn your volume up. Okay, now what were you saying about your wife? That's very, very important. You had a good testimony about how you help your wife heal.
So I was just basically saying that I researched and found detox that kept coming up as far as female disorders. So first time I put on a few detoxes, people had detox. There was another detox particular that was right at the time. And so that actually helped a little, but at the time of course, I had no idea what I thought, but I created just researching and learning and just picking stuff out, put a detox together. And of course, having to change your diet and have to deal with some of my emotions, that was part of it too. But then maybe 3 weeks into the detox, I came out and the toilet was just incredible. It was a bunch of maggots. It was a big ball of like black maggots. It looked like it had mold, like the back of the refrigerator, like the Chinese, like the old Chinese food. It was horrible. And after that situation, she went back to the doctor. They said that they had like all her pain, all of the situation. Okay. And mind you, I had no idea what I was doing. I was still kind of practicing what she called it. But then I realized at that point that was the key because we tried all kind of other. I tried to get our herbs and tried to get different things, and it would work a little while, but then it would always come back. And prior to that, she was on medication. So they were giving her different medication, antibiotics, and it would go away and come back, go away and come back. And when it came back, it would come back with more force. And we got to the point where I got frustrated with the doctor at that point because a lot of times, a lot of doctors are not trained in nutrition and trained in natural ways to do it. So they would just do what they thought as medication. And, medication can, of course, it can work in certain instances, but in that case, it was not a good idea. And then in the interim, what I realized is that everything is about diet. So detox is a way to clean up your environment. It's like if you go outside and you have a bunch of mice that you got garbage, right? But you get rat poison spray, the rats will go away, but they'll come back because it's the garbage. But once you get rid of the garbage, then the rats have nothing to feed on, so they go away naturally. That's the thing about detox.
Okay, gotcha. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And I've had a lot of good experience with detoxing as well. My personal experience was I started some years back when I was as a breast surgeon. I noticed that a lot of women kept coming back with cancer. And I realized that we were not dealing with the root causes of the diseases because women, the same women that we would cut, burn, poison, would keep coming back with the same cancer over and over. And so what I decided to do was I said, let me start detoxing them and cleansing their systems. And then that's when we would see prolonged survival, better outcomes. And even personally, Jewel had a lot of allergies. And so when I started detoxing Jewel regularly, that's when we started seeing significant changes in her allergies. Her eczema cleared up. Even with Yaya, she was backed up with her bowels. And when I cleaned her bowels out and detoxed her, her eczema went away. And so that's one of the most important points that we have to discuss right now is how do you detox? A lot of people come to me and say, I don't even know where to begin with detoxing. And so that's important for us to discuss. How do we detox?
Okay, I think even before that, let's even define what detox is. water. Very even is a lot of the toxins and things you put on your body. A lot of the average American puts, I think, don't quote me, it's like 150 chemicals before 9 a.m. Typically, this big makeup, hair stuff, toothpaste, lotion, all those things have so many chemicals that and your body can only take so much.
Right.
And of course, your liver is your primary form of detoxification. That handles the bulk of your detoxification. So our liver can only handle so much. And so it's very important for us to understand detoxification, for real detoxification, I would say full body. But it has to have a focus on the liver, and it also, you have to be eliminated. So if you're doing a detox, or if you're doing a liver flush, but you're not eliminating, you're not doing with your colon at the same time, then the toxins are not going to have anywhere to come out. They're going to be circulating. So that's the problem with some of the brain smoothie fads, things like that. People think they're detox. Not true enough. You can detox, not just you can detox off food. You can detox off. You can actually you can get into some prayer. You can get into some strong prayer and detox. So detox can come in many forms. But ultimately, because our bodies is so polluted and our liver is so congested, food by itself is not enough. It's a good start, but it's not enough. We need the herbs because the herbs are God's medicine. And we need the strong medicinal medicine in order to get to some of the good that's been built up over the years. And I think what's really, really important, like some people change their diet, they do raw foods, which is great. But that's a slow form of detox. And a lot of times people that have low energy, they change to go vegan. People that are sick, people that have allergies, they have all these different things, and they blame it on the food. But ultimately, it's not the food. The food detoxes you in a mild way. But what happens is the basic formula is if your body is dumping toxins out into the bloodstream, but you can't eliminate it fast enough, basically you have a cleansing reaction, a healing crisis. And a healing crisis, all that is your body is not eliminating fast enough. So your body tries to go through other means, through your skin, through your urine, through your lungs. It tries to find other ways to get rid of toxins. And in that, you start having headaches or weakness or lightheadedness.
Right.
You could be irritable. Your moods can change. You can be, most of the time, people when you start detoxing have all these wide array of symptoms. Usually it's the detox. It's the detoxification cleansing reaction.
So that's something very, very good to bring up. So very, very important point. What is detoxing? Basically, detoxing is your body's natural way to rid itself of toxins. Where do toxins like to go? The toxins like to go everywhere in your body, but mostly toxins like to hide in the fat. That's why women, when you're on weight loss programs and you cannot lose weight, it's because a lot of times because you're over toxic. So what are the major detox organs of the body? Like Mark said, the liver. The liver is the biggest detox organ in the body. And when the liver is clogged by a lot of waste products, medications, toxins in the environment, makeup, women, the makeup we put on our skin, the stuff that's in the water when we shower, when we drink, all of those things clog the liver. Kidneys, they're a filtering organ, so they're also part of the detox system. Your lymphatic system, your circulatory system, your skin, they're all detox organs. So it's very, very important that if you want to do a really, really good detox to clean the body, it's very, very important to focus on these particular organs. Okay. So Mark, the first step that I always tell patients immediately when they're coming in for detox programs, number one, water, 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 water. Okay. And that's because your body is 70 to 80% water. Every cell, every function needs water. And when you're releasing toxins, you need water to flush these toxins out of your bloodstream and out of your system. Otherwise, you would get really sick. That's why people don't do well with detox programs, because they don't drink enough water to clean the toxins out. And then you get a lot of what they call cleansing reactions or detox reactions, such as headaches, fatigue, you get muscle ache, cramps, and even in the organ systems where your body's trying to cleanse itself, you will get reactions. You'll get skin eruption, skin breakout. You might get a rash, all those things. So so water is important to me when I started detox, Mark, when I tell patients to start a detox. Water. You can do a detox program with nothing but just water because the body will cleanse itself if you give it rest. What's the first thing you tell patients when they come to you and they say, I want to do a detox because I have diabetes, I have high blood pressure, I'm overweight, I cannot lose this weight, I have cancer, I have tumor markers that are elevated, I have heart disease, and I need to detox. What is the first thing you tell patients for a good detox program?
The first thing is I forgot to get rid of a doctor. I have to take my I'm not a medical doctor.
But you're a certified, Mark is a certified nutritionist and you're a certified herbalist. So you're the plant doctor. You are a doctor in a way. But tell me, what do you do?
So what I do, the first thing is you have to watch what you begin. So a lot of times people are used to going to GNC or Walgreens and getting a detox kit and take a couple of pills at night. They go to the bathroom and then they eat whatever. That is definitely an oxymoron. So the first step, like you said, is water. The second step is their mind got to be right because the detox, you actually have to be in a mental place. Because the detox is not just something that you replace with pills and that's it. You want to be in a mental space where you're ready to handle what comes along with that. And the third thing basically is alkaline. You have to change the diet. You would do an alkaline diet to kind of bring your pH up. You can do alkaline forward foods such as alkaline water, spirulina, and then do fruits and vegetables for a period of time, generally anywhere from 3 to 7 days to bring your pH up. Because when you're very, very acidic, that means your body's overloaded with toxins. Which means stronger detox, you have more cleanse reaction. So to cut down on the cleanse reaction, you use water, and then doing a kind of a pre-detox where you're doing the alkaline, you're eating alkaline foods to kind of get your body into phase 2, which actually starts detox.
So
and then the other thing,
go ahead.
I was going to interrupt because I think we should definitely make a distinction between detoxification and fasting. Because I get that question all the time.
Well, let's start off. Let's reiterate before we get into that, because that's huge. Fasting, because you can't use fasting as a way to detox. So we're going to differentiate what's the difference between fasting, what's the difference between detoxing. But so just to reiterate, just so that people can have a clear-cut answer as to how do you get your body to a detox. The first thing is you have to drink water. The second thing is you have to eliminate toxins in your environment and decrease the toxin exposure. So you're going through a process of trying to remove the toxins. We call it a detox. So you detox it, but at the same time, you're putting it right back in. So you have to eliminate the food. So what Mark said was water, and then he said an alkaline diet. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi was rest his soul, he was a man who pushed the alkaline diet, or what they call the African electric diet, which is basically fruits and vegetables. And so what Mark is saying is water, if you want to detox, water, and then eliminate acidic food, which would be everything outside of fruits and vegetables. So when you're going through a cleansing program, that alone would put you into a detox in order to allow your body to heal. Okay. Now, Mark, go ahead.
I think we should also talk about what alkaline foods are, because that is very confusing for a lot of people. So some people be like, oh, I'm eating fruits and vegetables, I'm doing beans, or I'm doing sweet potatoes, or I'm doing different grains. So there's a lot of misinformation about the alkalinity of food. So my definition of alkaline foods, because the thing like you said, our bodies are made up of 80 water. So our food should match that in time, especially when you detox.
So foods that are very high in water, fruits and vegetables. So typically no beans, no starch. That means no grains, no pastas, no breads, no cereals. That would be no potatoes, not even sweet potatoes. No white potatoes. No lentils, no soy products, no wheat, no corn products. Wheat, things like that. Corn, a lot of vegetarians do a lot of the fake meats and stuff like that. Those are not alkaline forms of food. And I think another thing that we definitely need to make a distinction is when we say alkaline foods, we really, in time, what we really mean is alkaline forms. So what that means is when you eat something, and after digestion, the ash of that is actually creates alkalinity in the body. So for instance, and the reason why that's important is a lot of people be like, well, I can't eat lemons because lemons are acidic. Well, before you eat it, yeah, lemons have acidity, but once after digestion, after your body processes it, actually super alkaline. So that's an important distinction between alkaline forming versus alkaline. And then the other thing is, a lot of times on detox, I have people do the neutral foods. So the neutral foods are kind of in the middle. They're not really alkaline, but they're not really acidic. And a lot of those, I call them cheap foods for people that have a hard time. So the cheap foods would be things like quinoa, or it would be red rice, or wild rice, or tap, or amaranth, or millet. So those things are not really acidic. But some people just doing fruits and vegetables, especially if you're heavy meat eaters or heavy starch eaters, those things can kind of help you get by. But they're not really healthy, but it's not really hurting. But it helps you with the hunger sensation and makes you feel like you're getting satisfied and get food. I think so. That's the alkalinity. That's a very important point. But then the other thing is a lot of times, like you brought up Dr. Sturdy, so a lot of times you can get too deep into it because you start talking about hybrids, and there are hybrids in every food group. So if you get to the next level, so I generally don't start people off talking about if you're going to detox, don't do hybrids. Because it's hard enough for people just to do fruits and vegetables. Then I start telling them you can't grapes, you can't broccoli, you can't garlic, you can't do a lot of the things that Dr. Sturdy said. That's much level. So I tend to stay away from that. If you're just doing fruits and vegetables, whether they're hybrid or not, that's a good start. And then just, if you need more, then just do those heavier grains, and then you'll be kind of okay. That's the starting point for alcohol. And the acidic foods are pretty much everything else.
Right.
So meat, and processed foods, and canned foods, and jarred foods, and processed fruits, and all those kind of things. And generally, I tell people to do fresh, especially in the summertime. If you're on a detox, it's better to do fresh because they have more water content. They're better for the detox. If we're in the wintertime in Chicago, you have to do some frozen vegetables. That's okay. But not in the summertime in Chicago. You got farmers markets. Your body will respond with a high water content food, fresh, and cook it as little as possible because we know that foods are going to be better. But not everybody can do a raw food diet in a detox because what happens is the rate at which you detox can be faster than what you're eliminating, especially if you're super acidic. So if you're very acidic, you got a lot of medications, your liver's very congested. You really got to be careful doing raw foods because they can detox you super fast. Right. It's kind of like eating a lemon. If you're the type and you ate a lemon and you got a headache, not that the lemon is bad for you.
It's just the cleansing reaction.
It's very, very alkaline, so it could be too much too quick.
Right.
So generally, if you never detox, I'll say maybe do half raw foods, half cooked foods. Don't worry about hybrids. I'm a big fan of alkaline water, but some people don't even worry about alkaline water because some people will tell me, oh, I couldn't do the detox because I had to wait till my nerves in 3 weeks from now to go get the alkaline water. So just start with where you are. Well, alkaline water is better, but water is the most important. So if you just got to drink just some bottled distilled water until you can get to alkaline water, that's fine because water is the most important element. So I think that it's really important for us to really make a distinction between the acid and alkaline.
So it's important for us to reiterate again because a lot of people, this is new information. Even though we're used to this information, we live it, we breathe it. So starting off, it's important to, when you're detoxing, to drink a lot of water. Number two, to get rid of toxic foods, toxic products in your environment, and also to eat more like your body content, which is you would eat a lot more food that has a high water content. So that's what he's saying. So it's important for us to clinically make the distinction between acidic and alkaline. Why is that important? It's important because the natural pH of the body ranges between like 7.0 to 7.3 in that range. And that's where the body maintains equilibrium. The body heart pumps at a certain rate because of that. When the body gets too acidic and too toxic, then you start to have heart problems. You start to get liver problems, kidney problems, pancreatic problems, gut issues, because the body is acidic, because it wants to maintain that equilibrium. And the body would do everything it can to get rid of those toxins. And it'll work. The lungs do a lot of work. The kidneys do a lot of work. But when the system is overloaded and it can't do what it needs to do because it's clogged, then that's when you start to see problems. You start to see diabetes. You start to see gut issues, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. And so I usually explain detox this way. If you have a car and you've had a car for 10, 20 years and you've never had an oil change, you've never changed the transmission fluid, you've never done maintenance on the car, you had your wheels changed, your car probably won't run well, and then you start to see issues. That's the same thing with the body. When you've never cleansed the body internally, then you're going to start to see issues in the organ systems that is most toxic. So if you have diabetes, the organ system that's most toxic is your endocrine system, your pancreas. If you have heart disease, congestive heart failure, the organ system that is most toxic is your circulatory system, okay? So that's why it's important for you to detox. So the first thing you can do is drink plenty of alkaline water, so water that has a pH that's 7.0 or above. I gotta tell you that my favorite source of alkaline water is at Dollar Tree. And it's actually the geyser water, because I have pH strips. And so I went and bought alkaline water, and then I went and got geyser water from Dollar Tree, that spring water. And it was actually a lot more alkaline. It was like, it had a pH of like 8 than the regular alkaline water that you buy off the shelf. So I've been telling patients to go get the spring water from Dollar Tree because I've tested it and it's most definitely alkaline. Why alkaline? Because again, it's about cleansing your body. The higher the pH, the better your body can cleanse itself and do what it needs to do. The better your body will absorb the water and utilize the water and filter the water through the kidneys, and also be able to cleanse your body, okay, and help filter your blood. So that's why we recommend you drinking a good source of alkaline water. And then, of course, removing bad foods. To make it plain and simple, I usually just tell people and patients, I usually say, stick with fruits and vegetables with high water content, period. And they say, well, can I eat this? Fruits and vegetables with high water content. Can I eat this? Fruits and vegetables with high water content. And when they're going through a detox. So when you're going through a detox, and I usually recommend that people stay away from the 5 bad food groups, which is dairy, meat, and that's including chicken and fish. So I tell people, I said, no meat. Is that chicken and fish? Can I have chicken and fish? That is meat. It's animal byproduct. It's animal tissue. It's meat. So no meat, no chicken, no fish, no pork, no red meat. Carbohydrate. So that's bad carbohydrate. Fruit is a carbohydrate, but I'm talking about complex carbohydrate, bread, and sugar. So I usually tell people, when you're doing a detox to help clean your body, to help reverse cancer, to help reverse diseases, stay away from those 5 food groups and then stick with fruits and vegetables. What about you, Mark?
Okay, one of the analyses I like to do is, well, first of all, I think just like chemistry, destroys, tears down alkaline builds. So during vegetables, even a lot of vegetables and things like that actually have build. But the analogy I usually use is spring and fall cleaning. So imagine you went 3 years, 5 years, 7 years without doing your spring and fall cleaning.
Yeah.
How would your house look? So that junk, because right now everybody has like a little junk drawer or maybe a closet that they put stuff in. Imagine if you didn't clean your house, you didn't do that. Because spring cleaning is a deeper thing. It's not just, not just washing dishes and mop the floor. It's going to get them junk drawers out. It's taking old clothes and throwing them out. Like, it's really getting rid of a lot of the old stuff. Imagine if you went 5 to 10 years of not cleaning your house, of the deep clean. How would your junk instead of a junk drawer, you don't have a junk kitchen. You don't have a junk closet. You don't have a junk bedroom, right? So everybody understands, like they shut the schools down every year to do spring cleaning, right? They put the big dumpsters out so everybody can get rid of old trash, right? But the average person, we treat our cars and the schools better than we treat our bodies. Our bodies are alike in time. We should do the same thing. Every year you should do at least fall and spring, do some type of deep cleaning. It's very important.
Good. So you said that you usually do your cleaning. This is what I recommend to patients, and I know we have we're on the same page, but we may have different schedules as far as how often we tell our patients to detox. So I see a wide gamut of patients, and I think you do too. I see cancer patients. I see people who just want to stay healthy. I see that range. And so depending on how toxic you are will depend on how much you need to detox. So if I have a cancer patient, I would say you need to start detoxing at least a month, because you have so much toxic waste built up in your body. You need to be on the detox program for at least a month. And we would start with your gut. The gut is the first place you want to do a really good detox program. So we usually start with the gut, and then but generally I tell people to detox once a month and to do like a 3-day detox. I do offer, and I came up with a really, really simple 3-day detox, and I usually do it once a month for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, or I would do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's actually, you can go to my website, ElishaRobinson.com, and you can access the detox program. And I tell people to detox once a month and twice a year. So usually I tell them to do like a really, really heavy duty 2 to 3 week detox twice a year. And then I actually offer a once a year 7-week program, 7 weeks, where we go through each organ system a week and we deep clean that organ system. And if you don't have a disease process and you do that regularly, chances are, and I'm not saying, everything is 100%, but chances are you will do well and will reverse your diseases, or you will prevent diseases in the long run. So what's your schedule, Mark? You usually tell patients.
Generally, depends on the person's health. So if you're not healthy, you do it more often. Because the point of the detoxing is to bring your body back to balance. So depending on how far you're out of balance, that determines how many times you need to do before you come back. So I've had people detox once a month. Like I've had some people do 12 detoxes in 1 year, right? Just so they get back to the point of balance.
How long is your detox?
Balance,
how long do you usually have your detox? How long do you usually, because I know you have like a 7, 14, and a 20-day program that you put your patients on. What do you usually recommend when they first come in?
See, that's not static. It depends on the person. It depends on the medication, and it depends on, because generally for a new patient, I would definitely generally do 7 days because 14 kind of sense. I generally start a new patient off just a general 7-day detox. But the thing about detoxing is this. Generally, most people, it takes about 2 to 3 to 4 days before your body really kicks in the detox mode. So that's why the shorter detox, although it's a good prep, it's not a real detox because by the time your body's kicking a detox mode and starts to really want to detox, stop. So generally, a 14-day detox is generally recommended, and especially if you do prep before. If you're doing alkaline, if you're doing things prior to that, that means your body can kick in a detox mode a lot faster. So by day 2, by day 3, you're already in detox mode. As opposed to if you haven't prepped and you start, it may take 3 or 4 days before your body gets in detox. But then the other thing is, the thing you mentioned earlier about detox, I remember the song, Break Up to Make Up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's an old stylistic song, right? I call it Detox to Retox.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I found with people, if you're in a detox, and let's just say you're doing a 14-day, and you're on day 10, and you're thinking about, man, I can't wait to get to my whatever that is, that bad food, then you're not really doing, you're already on the road back to retox. So the goal is not to detox and go back and do everything that you did before you detox. The goal is when you detox, so you don't get a retox, is to change things. Maybe if you want to change and give up sugar, detox, give up sugar. So maybe detox and give up dairy products. Detox and then give up dairy products, right? Because when you give up a food group or something toxic thing that's been bad for a long time, you'll find that your body will continue to detox. It'll be a slow process. It'll be a milder process. But your body will continue to lose the toxin. Right. And then one other distinction. People are always, the number one question is, can I detox to lose weight? Right? That is the number one question. Everybody's on this weight kick. You gotta lose weight. You gotta lose weight. But my definition is not weight, it's weight. Because most of us are overweight.
Right.
So we have all this waste product and we're calling it weight, right? So the goal would be to eliminate some of the waste products, the waste out of your system and out of your mind. That way you can actually start the process of rebuilding and regenerate. Because you can't rebuild and regenerate if you feel a toxic.
Right. So it's funny that you said that because we wrote a book. Mark and I wrote a book together, the top 10 ways to lose, the top 10 natural ways to lose weight. Waste. Because again, remember the first thing I said when we started the webinar is toxins, the organ system or the where toxins like to hide out in the body is your fat. It's your lymphatic. So if you detox regularly and get rid of the toxins, you have a higher chance of losing weight or what we call waste. Okay, so that's good. That's a good point that you try to make. So one of the things that Mark brought up was one of the deterrents that I see why people don't want to detox is because of the cleansing reaction. People say, oh, I feel sick when I detox, I get a headache, I get constipated, I get backed up, my skin break out. How do I prevent those things? And so one of the things that you said, Mark, was very, very important is before you do a major detox, you have to do what we call a pre-tox. That's why you start off slow. You don't jump into it, especially if you're brand new. You don't want to jump right into it. You want to go a little bit slower. So how would that look? So if you decide that you want to do a 7 to 10 day detox, which again, Mark hit the nail on the head. In order to really be effective in doing a detox, you need to do it for at least 3 to 4 days at least. And it's a reason why the body goes into a phenomenon called autophagy, but we'll talk about autophagy at the next webinar. But that usually starts around 36 hours of your body fasting or you cleansing itself. That's when the body gets into the autophagy phase. But we'll talk about that at the next webinar. But if you want to help,
yeah, because I gotta run. I got about a minute left.
You got a minute left. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're right. So we talked. So what we'll do is we're going to end this webinar because we have so much to talk. We're going to do weekly webinars. If you guys are interested in meeting up with me, my website is ElishaRobinson.com. We're going to do weekly webinars. Go to ElishaRobinson.com, sign up for a member and you can have access to this webinar and my ebook, How to Boost Your Immune System, as well as the ebook that I wrote about my 3-day detox. Marc as well can be found at ancestralmedicinals.com, where he has all of his. Marc, you want me to give your number?
Yeah, my office number is 708-844-1560.
So it's 708-844-1560 is Marc's office number if you're interested in working with him. But he and I will be back next week. If you go to the members only page at ElishaRobinson.com, you sign up to be a member, you get a lot of free good stuff. And next month, Marc and I are going to be giving out our free book. It's like a 60-page book to show you how to lose weight naturally, keep it off. And we're going to be doing a lot of webinars about that next month. So Marc Haygood from Chicago, thank you so much for being on my webinar. And I know you got another webinar coming up. We will talk to you later. Thank you everybody for joining me on this webinar. It was awesome. I appreciate it.
Have a great evening.
Good evening.
All right, so